Good morning, my friends. How are you? Well, happy Sunday. Well, we are back in our classroom, and I hope that you are ready to learn more about a man named. Do you remember who we're learning about this month? That's right, we are learning about Paul. And today we're also going to learn more about Silas. Remember that Paul and Silas were missionaries, and missionaries are people who tell others about God and Jesus. Do you remember what our Bible story was about last week? It was about Paul, but do you remember where Paul was teaching about Jesus? That's right, Mars Hill. Remember, we made a picture of Mars Hill last week. Good job, my friends. Well, here is our Bible story picture today. What do you think our Bible story is going to be about? We have Paul and Silas, and then we have another man, and it looks like his wife and children. They're part of our Bible story this week. Why don't you listen as I read about our Bible story? Now, in our Bible story today is found in the book of Acts. Can you say Acts? That's right. And it is going to be in chapter 16. And it'll be in verses 16 through 34. But if you want to listen, I will read our Bible story out loud to you today. Paul and Silas loved Jesus, and everywhere they went, they told people about Jesus. And some people did not want Paul and Silas to talk about Jesus. Well, that's sad. So they put Paul and Silas into jail, and the jailer locked their feet in chains. Oh, that is so sad. God did not want them in jail, do you think? Well, Paul and Silas still told others about Jesus even while they were in jail. And they began to pray and sing songs to God. The other prisoners listened to them pray and sing to God. And suddenly at midnight, while Paul and Silas were praying and singing, there was an earthquake. And the ground shook so hard that the prison doors opened and the prisoners' chains came loose. The earthquake woke the man who worked in the jail. And when he saw that the jail doors were wide open, he became afraid he would be in trouble if the prisoners were all gone. Then the jailer heard Paul cry out, "We are still here. Do not be afraid." So the jailer ran to where Paul and Silas were, and he took them back to his house. And Paul and Silas told the jailer guard and his family the good news about Jesus and how much Jesus loved them. And the jailer guard and his family believed what they heard about Jesus that night. Isn't that great? That was a really sad part about Paul and Silas going to jail and having chains on their feet. But the great news is that God sent an earthquake to the jail so that they could be free, but that others could learn about Jesus while Paul and Silas were in jail. That's great news. Well, our weekly Bible verse tells us in Mark chapter 16, verse 15. Now, if you remember, this is also our unit verse. So this is the verse that we were supposed to be memorizing all month long. But now it's our weekly Bible verse. So I wonder if you remember it. Let's say it together. Go and tell the good news about Jesus. Mark chapter 16, verse 15. Would you like to say it again? Okay, let's do it one more time. Go and tell the good news about Jesus. Mark chapter 16, verse 15. That is exactly what Paul and Silas did in our story today. And I want to remind you that people can tell about Jesus at all times. Paul and Silas told people about Jesus in jail. Can you tell people about Jesus? That's right, you can. Where are some places that you go that you can tell others about Jesus? Well, I encourage you, even if you're not getting out of your house because of the virus, that's okay. I want you to be safe and healthy, but you can use your phone to call your grandparents or your friends and other family members, and you can tell them about Jesus. All right, let's do our activity page together. We're going to do the top portion of it. So this is what we're going to do together today, and let me read the instructions. It says, what makes music? Paul and Silas told people about Jesus everywhere. Even in jail, they sang songs to God. Circle the items below that can be used to make music and worship God. All right, let's do this together. I'm going to point to an object and you tell me if it can make music or not. Okay, let's do it. Okay, this is a guitar. Can a guitar make music? Yeah, it can. You can worship God by playing the guitar. What about this? It's a strawberry. Can strawberries make music? No, but strawberries are good to eat. Okay, these right here looks like hand cymbals. Can you make music with them? That's right, you can. They're fun to play. Now, what about this? It's a trumpet. Can you make music with a trumpet? That's right, you can. And what about this? It's a t-shirt. Can you make music with a t-shirt? I don't think so. What about this? This is a triangle, and it's got a little wand with it. And what you do is you take this and you bang it on the sides to make music. That's right, you can make music with this triangle because it is a musical instrument. Now, what about this? It's a drum. Can you make music with the drum? Absolutely, you can. Drums are really fun to play. And what about this? It's a kite. Can you make music and worship God with a kite? Well, you can't make music, but when you're flying a kite, you can thank God that He made a beautiful sky for the kite to fly in. Good job, my friends. I think we did all the items. We did. All right, so I have some fun activities for us to do. Now, you can do them today or you can do them throughout the week. But you'll want to make sure that you get permission from a parent before you do this, okay? One of the activities that I want us to do is to make a music shaker. So I have, let me get this. All right, so you're going to take 2 cups. It can be any size cups. I just chose 2 small ones from our preschool kitchen. And you can use rice or you can use beans. We had beans here in our preschool resource closet. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of beans or a little bit of rice, whatever you have in your house that you can use. Make sure you get permission. And you're going to put them in the cup. Okay? You're only going to put them in one of the cups, okay? Now then, you're going to need tape. I just have plain old gray duct tape, but you can use any kind of tape that you have at your house, okay? And then we want to make sure that we put 1 cup on top of the other cup. Now, you may need help making this. And then you're going to take your tape and you're going to seal the 2 cups together so that your rice or your beans cannot get out. We want to trap them in our cups. I did not make my tape long enough. Oh no, you can see where I have a space there, but that's okay. I just want to show you how to make it. So this is what it should look like. You're going to have 2 cups, one stacked on top of the other, and you're going to have a piece of tape holding the beans or the rice or whatever you choose to use, and it's supposed to be a musical shaker. See? You can shake it and make music. Remember that Paul and Silas worshiped God even in jail. And after the earthquake, the guard was afraid they would escape. But remember what happened? That's right. Paul and Silas went to the home of the guard and told him and his family about Jesus. All right? And another activity that I thought we could do is you can get a piece of cardboard. I'm actually using a shoebox lid. And if you have any Legos or blocks, the goal is to build a little city. And we want to, because remember in our story today that Paul and Silas were in a city telling others about Jesus, and they were not happy with what they were doing. So where did they put Paul and Silas? That's right, they put him in jail. So we are going to just have fun by building your little city, or maybe you're going to build the jail. It's your choice. Okay, and then what you're going to do is after you build and you stack your blocks or your Legos or Lincoln Logs, whatever you have at your house, you're going to shake the cardboard and make an earthquake. Make an earthquake. That's right. Just make sure you wiggle your cardboard enough that all of your blocks fall down. And watch the earthquake. Well, remember in our story today, there was an earthquake too, wasn't there? That's right. In our story today, while Paul and Silas was in jail, God sent an earthquake that shook so hard that their chains came loose and the jail doors were open. But no matter what happened to Paul and Silas, they kept telling others about Jesus. Good job, my friends. I hope you had a great time learning about Paul and Silas's missionary journey. Now, God kept them safe. God will keep you safe, and I can't wait until we can see each other again. But until then, here's your virtual hug. And I miss you, and I love you. Oh, I love you, my friends. But remember, God loves you even more. Goodbye, my friends.